Hello, my dear ones. Welcome to 90 Plus India's first animated live tuition. Yes, my 10th standard CBSE students, you are in a hurry, right? Why? The board exam is coming on February, yes, and long hours of study, especially for social, it's frustrating, right? But don't worry, we are here for you guys, and we are going to learn the most important questions from different chapters within minutes. Let's see which chapter we are going to deal today. Yes, we are going to learn about the making of a global world. One important question from within minutes. Let's see the question. What are the examples of long-distance cultural exchange offered by food? Describe its impact. So we know the globally trade was happening and not only the goods travel, but the foods also travel. So what are their impacts? Let's have a look. The food. Majorly, the ready-made foodstuffs also travel. The examples are noodles from China travel to the Western and known as spaghetti. So what? Not only food, ready-made foodstuffs, but crops also travel across. What are the major crops? Some crops that we think that ours is not actually ours. Let's see what are they. Potato, soya bean, sweet potato, groundnut, tomato, red chilies and corn. These are the major crops. These are the major crops travel to Asia and Europe from America. Yes, we have to thank Columbus for that because these crops were introduced from America to the major countries like of Asia and Europe. So these have been our major food crops now, right? So what are the impact of this? What are the impact of this introduction? Let's see what is the impact. Yes, the European poor and islands poorest peasants started to depend more majorly on the potato. You have been identified that potato was a major food, staple food for them. Yes, it saved their lives from starving. They obtained a food resource that can depend upon in the cheapest way and it became their staple food. So, but it also have a villainous effect. Let's see, when the Irish potato famine happened in 1840s, millions, hundreds died out of starving. So think how much impact that traveled food and newly introduced crop has in a country. Yes, so now we are going to see all these points in a nutshell. Here comes our answers. What are the examples of long distance cultural exchange offered by food? Let's see its impacts. Many foodstuffs, even food crops traveled across the globe and get infused with different cultures. Noodles travel from West China to become spaghetti in Western and Arab traders took pasta to the 5th century Sicily. Yes, the food traveled across the world. Many of our common foods such as potato, soya beans, groundnut, maize, tomatoes, red chilies and sweet potatoes are introduced from American land to Europe and Asia. Europe's poor began to eat better and live longer with the introduction of humble potato. So Ireland's poor peasants become so dependent on potatoes that when Irish potato famine happened in mid-1840s, they starved to death. And these are the examples, these are the points to be learned for this 5 marks or 3 marks questions. And it takes only minutes, right? And that marks 5 or 3 marks are in your hands. So stay tuned to see such more examples, such more questions. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you.